Hello and thank you very much for watching. Today is day number 34 of our Travel Trader series, and I named it Never Be Greedy, and the reason for it is because I did something stupid today. So basically I was trading a little bit in these indices around in this morning. Started off quite okay, so the first trade was going up and I intended to make 600 euro on it, and it went up until 550, and when it started to fall eventually I went out with a positive 75 euro. So I still made some money, but far less than I intended to, and it's just like well, it was 575 because it was just 1 point more and I would have reached my target. So I was thinking, okay, now when I do that video, I don't want to tell that I made 75 euros. So then again, I thought, okay, let's wait for another opportunity and let's go in now just to do something and to trade something so we make more money. So, or in other words, I became greedy and I wanted some results where, like in hindsight, it wasn't a good signal, obviously. And so my second trade was down 705 euro, and that really pissed me off. So the next thing that I do is that I spend the next 2 hours in the markets to chase in order to make my money back, and eventually at around 11 German time or 12 here in Cyprus, so I traded from 10 to 12 Cypriot time, or 9 to 11 Central European time. Eventually I was up 10 euros, so I made all that money back. And the lesson here is that if I wouldn't have been greedy, just said, okay, it's 75 now, let's wait for a great signal and then see if you do something, rather than, okay, now I want to make some money fast, so I have something to report, I would have been well better off, because that 705 euro wouldn't have been loss, and I would have been up around 800 euro, and then I was up 10. So at 12 I said, okay, well, let's have a walk, go out, enjoy some sunshine, and when the US market opens, then we do the same thing again, and then we make some money. So it's better to report 10 euros. And guess what happened? I did exactly the same thing again. So I went in a trade, it was okay, I'm not quite sure, I'll send you the numbers anyway, so I'll put a screenshot of it. I'm not quite sure how much money it was, but the first trade I think was okay. Then I messed up another one to get to these results quickly, and I spent the next 2 hours again to make some money back. Eventually I succeeded and I made, I think, 250, I have my little cheat sheet over there, so I made 256 euro in total. Well, I could have made around 2,000 euro, or maybe even a bit more. But first in the morning I got greedy, so rather than making 800 and something, I made 10 euro, and then later on, rather than making 1,000 something, I made 246 or so. Absolutely stupid. And I mean, we still made money, so we still made 265 euro today, but it could have been much more. So that's on me, silly mistake. That's why I keep telling, okay, don't get greedy, wait until you have a great signal, don't trade these maybe signals, and then you will be very well off. And I guess I should listen to myself better, especially when I tell all my students off, like, okay, you can't trade that because that's not a good signal. So today I'm guilty as well. However, 256 euro up. And the other thing that we did is we were closing our last currency trade. We had a trade open that you can see here in the background. Well, it's probably very small, but it's euro US dollar on a daily basis. So we repaired that trade. We thought it would go up here. Started to go up, then we fell down, we cornered again our losses, and then we were here down at the bottom. If you can see this here, that's where we have the bottom. I went out on the short trade with a profit. That profit was 1,300 something euro, and then it went up and the trade that originally was losing, the gap went further and further down. So we made some money back. Of course, it's still a losing trade, but we made like 1,300, and I closed it today at 1,000 something. So that added up in our account as well. And you will only see in the screenshot the losing trade of that one because the other one was realized a while ago. However, in total, we managed to get from a losing trade back into a winning trade. We used a little different approach here as we let it run until we had a turning point. We closed a trade with a huge profit, and then we wait until we saw, okay, we're not going up anymore. That's when I decided this morning to close the second trade, which is a losing trade, but the loss is less than what we were getting for the trade in the other direction. And the only reason why that happened is because we nearly went 50% back of our original loss. So that's it for today. I'll be preparing my weekly webinar with my students, and tomorrow when I'm back in the market, I promise to don't do silly things so we get some better results by tomorrow. Our only open trade currently is natural gas, which went a little bit against us. I think we were down 300 euro, then we went up, started at minus 150 euro today. Now we are down to minus 400 euro today, but I'm still happy with it, waiting for it to continuously go up, making some money for us over the next few weeks. And tomorrow I will see that we go through all of our February trades, you know, the outlook that I mentioned to you and that you can watch into or look into on my, where's the mosquito flying around here? Gotta make sure that I catch it in a bit. But the monthly outlook for February, all the trades in there, I will review them, and I think some of them are around to be traded within the next few days, and I will keep you updated here. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Mistakes happen also to me, which is normal. We're all human. Happy that we still made any money, although it took me a lot of time to run after these trades. You can see the times as well in the screenshot that I will post later on, and you can see that actually I spent the day trading, although I'd rather probably would have preferred doing other things. However, eventually everything turned out well, and I will give you another update tomorrow. So thank you very much for watching. Always remember, don't get greedy, it doesn't pay off, and I'll see you again tomorrow for another video. Thank you very much, and goodbye.